non-cyclic photophosphorylation. P680 pigment molecule in photosystem 2 absorb light energy. An electron gets lost. Then the electron goes to electron acceptor. While an enzyme breaks 2 water molecules down into 4 hydrogens and 1 oxygen atom. And the excited electron is now passed through electron transport chain. Plastoquinone, B6F complex, plastocyanin, and it finally goes to photosystem 1. During this process, energy to turn ADP into ATP is generated and ATP is created. When photosystem 1 absorbs light energy, electron gets lost. Then the excited electron goes to electron acceptor. Then it goes to plastocyanin. And NADP reductase turn NADP plus into NADPH. Because the excited electron does not go back to photosystem 2, this mechanism for producing ATP is called non-cyclic photophosphorylation. And now let's talk about cyclic photophosphorylation. P700 pigment molecule absorb light energy. An electron gets lost. Then the electron goes to electron acceptor. And now it's passed through electron transport chain. Ferredoxin, B6F complex, plastocyanin. Then it finally goes back to photosystem 1. During this process, energy to turn ADP into ATP is made. And because the excited electron does go back to photosystem 1, this mechanism for producing ATP is called cyclic photophosphorylation. Now, Kelvin cycle. In Kelvin cycle, it captures CO2 from the air, and an enzyme called Rubisco welds one carbon atom to pre-assembled molecule RUBP consisting of 5 carbons, so 6 carbons chain is made. Then it gets splitted into 2 shorter chains consisting of 3 carbons each and called PGA. And using ATP energy, NADPH affixes 1 hydrogen to each PGA and G3P is created. Because there are 6 cycles happening together, it's not just 2 G3P created. It's actually 12 G3P created. During this process, 6 ATP is converted to 6 ADP. Out of those 12 G3P, 2 G3P is used to make up 1 glucose, and those 10 G3P, they are used to make 5 RUBPs. During this process, 6-NADPH is converted to 6-NADP plus and hydrogen, and 3-ATP is converted to 3-ADP. Next step is aerobic respiration. The first stage of aerobic respiration is glycolysis. Glycolysis takes place in cytoplasm. In glycolysis, one glucose is splitted into 2 pyruvate consisting of 3 carbons each. During this process, 2 ATP, 4 ADP, and 4 phosphates is converted to 4 ATPs. But you see how those 2 ATPs are already used for the process, so the actual product is 2 ATP. And those 2 NAD plus is converted to 2 NADH. And 2 water molecules is also formed. Second stage is pyruvate oxidation. In this process, 2 pyruvate, consisting 3 carbons each, is broken down into 2 acetyl CoA, consisting of 2 carbons each. During this process, 2 NAD plus is converted to 2 NADH. And those 2 lost carbons creates 2 carbon dioxide. Next stage is Krebs cycle. In this process, 2 acetyl-CoA from previous stage reacts with 2 ADP and 2 phosphates to create 2 ATP. And it also creates 4 carbon dioxide. And it also reacts with 6 NAD plus to create 6 NADH. Then it also reacts with 2 FAD to create 2 FADH2. The final stage is oxidative phosphorylation. In this stage, 32 to 34 phosphates and 32 to 34 ADP reacts together to create 32 to 34 ATP.